Hey y'all, this is Uncle Lila and this is Uncle Lila Plans. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new here, I hope you enjoy. So in today's video, we're going to be planning December 8th through the 14th. And I'm really kind of excited about this week because it's going to be a really dull week, which I always really love. So let's go ahead and get started. So with all my plan with me's, I like to introduce all the supplies that I'm using just in case you're wondering where I got it from or what it is. Just because those are things I like to know. So I figured people watching my videos would like to know that too. So the planner itself is the Sterling Ink N2, which is equivalent to the week size, N2 horizontal compact common planner. Compact means it has about 185 notes pages in the back, blanks notes pages, whereas a full year has enough, I think like 370 or something like that. Essentially, it's a day per page or a day per half year, essentially. Anyway, so that's what we're using. We have my Tombow Mono correction tape, my handy dandy bear clip. Oh, this I got from Planning with Kay. For color scheme, we're going to be using this mild liner in Vermilion, I think that says. We're going to be using this Zig Clean color dot in Salmon, and this orange pen from Zebra Sarasa. It's a Zebra Sarasa clip. They call it a clip because the end of the pen clips on to anything that you need. So, and then as always, we're going to be using my handy dandy ruler from the Coffee Monster Co. It is the rule with the pre-made stencils in it. I don't really do good with stencils. I don't know why, I just don't. But if you do like a stencil, this is a nice 2-in-1 tool. Okay, so I've already laid down the washi tape for the Plan With Me. Let me go and zoom you guys in. Just do a wee bit. There we go. I already laid down the washi tape. So I have a large selection of Coffee Monster Co. washi tape that I use at work. So it's all work theme or study themed. And this week, because I work at a university, this week is finals week for the fall semester. So I figured this would be a good washi tape to use because the kids are going through finals. So I thought that would be nice. And then as always for my tabs, I have the Avery Stick reusable tabs. They don't mess up the paper. They don't leave any sticky residue. So that's why I like using those. Okay, so the way that I start on my Plan With Me's is I have it sectioned to where I do my important dates and to-dos on this side, and this I use as kind of like a weekly dashboard page. So we're going to start by counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And if we don't like the way something looks, we can just white it out. Just draw. Close enough. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I draw a dot to make sure that my ruler's lined up. Okay. Pretty good. Okay, got my ruler off, and now I'm going to highlight my sections. So the sections I have in my Plan With Me on my dashboard are my weekly to-dos, which are things I have to get done every single week, my this week to-do list, which is things I have to get done this week specifically. My big section is my trackers, and then I have a weekly review. So also I apologize for the shadows. It's 5:30, 6 o'clock I think, so it's already pitch black dark outside. My overhead light needs a bulb in it, I think, and I just don't have any like what are they called, ring lights or anything that I plan with, so put that to the side. Now there are a couple of things I need to do this week, even though it's gonna be a quiet week, so we're just gonna do a light dot. So the way that the dot markers work is, which I think I got this coloring here because I store it vertically instead of horizontally like they suggest, so I think that's where all the bleeding is coming from. But anyway, the way the dot markers work is you just dab a little bit of the marker, and the harder you push, the bigger the dot. So if I just do a little dot, a little dab, it makes a little dot. So okay, so I need to take my glasses back to the eye doctor. I still cannot see up close, like at all. And I get, I think, a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. and I can't see nothing up close. So I've had bifocals since I was like 17 years old, and I've been struggling to find a new eye doctor since my original eye doctor retired. And I say original because it's the one I've had since I was a kid. And he retired, so I've been really struggling on finding a good replacement doctor. And this last doctor I went to was absolute garbage. I do not recommend him at all. And I have astigmatism in both my eyes, and I have two terribly lazy eyes. So I was doing like the 1-2-1 thing you do when they're like, hey, which looks better, this one or this one? And he essentially said that I was never going to see clearly because I have lazy eyes. And I was like, okay, never heard a doctor say that before, but all right. And I didn't need bifocals anymore, which is either not true or the script isn't made to look up close, which makes no sense. And he said that I'm basically blind in my right eye, which was cool. That's great information to know. So I'm never going to see clearly, and I'm half blind, which yippee. So I'm going to take him back because I don't think I should be struggling this much to see. And 2, I definitely should be able to see up close, and things should not be blurry. Like, I can't look at my phone. It's really hard for me to see what I'm doing in my planner, which is ridiculous. Also, I didn't check and see if I could see. We'll do that later. But anyway, it's really annoying. I'm honestly kind of really upset about it. And I even told him, like, I haven't gone to a regular eye doctor because I found one that I liked. And he's like, well, if you don't like me, I hope you don't come back. Like, okay, I won't be coming back, but whatever. So anyway, so I got to take my glasses back to the eye doctor. I have to fill out some more job applications. I'm still waiting on a couple places back. I'm waiting to hear back from a couple of places because it's just going through like the review and whatever process. But I am looking for another part-time job. So I'm just going through filling out job applications and looking for those types of things. So we're going to do that. What do we have to do this week? Ooh, get supplies list for vacation. So we go on winter break at the university on December 18th, I think. So there's a couple the small home projects I want to get, apartment projects, whatever, I want to get done while I'm on winter break. I mostly just want to veg out and like do nothing, which I'm super excited for. But there's a couple things I want to do, so I want to get that list together. Oh, I meant to say supplies list. That says supplies. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. List for vacation. And I don't think there's anything else I really need to do this week. There's no important events coming up. There's no... I'm going to make 2 more dots in case I think of something. So kind of a limiting factor once I get everything set up is I kind of struggle in case I need more space to fill, like put a list on my task list once I get everything filled out. So, but we left a couple of spaces. So if I think of anything else or need to do anything else, we're good to go. Okay, so this is my biggest section. This is my habits, to-dos, and symptoms tracker. And how I do this is going to be different for 2026, but I've already done it this way so consistently in my 2025 planner. I just want to keep this consistency going. I know both ways work for me, so I'll be fine either way, but this is just the way I'm doing it this right now. So, okay, so we need... And these are just things I like to track and make sure I'm getting done. So, and if I'm quiet, I'm just trying to think and write at the same time. So essentially, I've fallen off the wagon on pretty much all of my routines, even stuff I've had instilled in me since I was a child. Like night before prep is essentially making sure everything I need is ready to go. My clothes are laid out, my lunch is packed, my breakfast is together, everything's on the counter. Like if I'm making a sandwich or whatever, everything that can be on the counter is on the counter. So I've really fallen off that, and I've realized it's made my mornings a lot more hectic and crazy because oddly there's a reason that my mother instilled this in me. So I'm trying to get back in the habit of doing my night before prep. I'm doing kind of okay getting ready for bed before 9 because I get up at 6 or 5 typically. So I try to be ready for bed by 9 o'clock, or start getting ready for bed by 9 o'clock, and then I hope to be in bed at 10. Like maybe not asleep at 10, but in bed by 10. So, and if I do earlier, that's fine. I am getting ready to start, so I'm absolutely exhausted. And I messed that up. So I might honestly go to bed a little bit earlier tonight than I typically do because, y'all, I'm drained. I also had a very amazing weekend. That's why I'm not talking right. I had a very amazing weekend this weekend. It was exhausting, but in a super good way. And what I mean by this one is I really suck at getting out of bed as soon as my alarm goes off. Like, I just lay there and either like close my eyes again or I play on my phone or whatever. I'm trying really hard to get up out of bed at the exact time my alarm goes off. It's just been really, really hard. And I had no problem with it until one morning I just didn't. And then it just never happened again. So I'm trying to make myself do it. And obviously stay off my phone in the morning. Because it's a time sink and it's just not something I need. This I do every single day, regardless whether or not, because I work every single day. So I honestly don't know why I keep tracking it. I guess to make sure that on days that I'm having low energy or no energy, that I am still getting it done. And if I don't do it, like something or had to go awry. So I don't know. But anyway, I had an amazing weekend this weekend. I got to do so much fun stuff, and it was absolutely incredible. So my boyfriend is a part of this train group in Eastern Kentucky. That says AM twice. And essentially they're like rebuilding or remaking or like renovating this train or couple of trains, and they had like Christmas festival. So they had all kinds of cool stuff, like local vendors. They had this amazing barbecue place by like the sweetest people you'll ever meet in your life. And they had a couple of local craft people, and they had cows. Not just any cows, Highland cows. And I got to pet and cuddle and love on a Highland cow. But not just any Highland cow, a miniature Highland cow. It was the best experience. I was elated. The serotonin boost was unreal. I was ridiculously giddy. I got a bunch of pictures taken, and my boyfriend took a bunch of pictures of me. So if you want to see me post this on my Instagram, I totally will. And I was like super, super happy. Like there was one where I'm literally looking at the cow and you just see my face aglow. And he's like, you know what? The guy took pictures. He was like, you know what? I think you're happy in this one. I was like, I think so too. And it was fabulous. He got to hang out with his friends. They're really cool people. So it was just a great time all around. I loved it. So we had an amazing time. And then we went to Buc-ee's because there's a Buc-ee's near where this place is. So we went there and got some snacks and some gas. And then we went to this Pokemon store in the Lexington Mall. I don't remember what the mall's called, but it's in Lexington. And then we went home. Or no, we went to the mall. We did the Pokemon stuff. And then we had stopped to get my niece stuff for her birthday. And then we went to Maggiano's for dinner, which is this fantastic Italian place. It was absolutely incredible. Absolutely fantastic. Cannot recommend it enough. The waiter we had was not the best. He seemed to either be really new to the job or just not feeling it that night. But it was still a good time. And then we did we go home after that, or did we do something else? I feel like we just came straight home. Yeah, we came straight home after. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. We came straight home after that, and then. Sorry, thinking. We came straight home. And we opened all our Pokemon cards, and it was super fun. He got this really rare Gardevoir, that shiny Gardevoir full art that was really cool. I got some really cool stuff. He also got me the Pokemon Advent Calendar, so I got a full art Vanillice, which was really cool. And there was another one that I can't think of. I think it's a Yonka, maybe? But I got some really cool stuff, and it was really exciting. So we opened Pokemon cards. And then the next day was my niece's birthday. So we got up early. We got ready. We had to go get wrapping stuff for the gift. And then we met my sister and my niece, and we all went to go see Zootopia 2, which is the movie she picked out for her birthday. She wanted to go see Zootopia 2, so we did. And it was absolutely fantastic. Literally one of the best movies Disney's put out in a really long time. It was fantastic. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly, 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 highly recommend. So, we did that. Okay, I feel like that's all the chores. And then, hold please. Like that's all the chores. So when I write in my planner, I write some personal stuff in here too. So, okay, yeah, I was right. Sometimes come next. Okay, so like when I do this stuff, it's not that personal. Like I don't care who sees it, but sometimes I do a highlight of the day, and sometimes they're personal. So I tend to not show my after the pen. I'm hoping that next year, when I do this, I can show my after the pen spreads just so you can see what it looks like filled out. But I use it kind of like a daily journal little thing as well in the weekly pages. So sometimes I just don't show, a lot of the times actually, I don't show what I did the week before. So, or like the filled out section. Okay. So then after we seen Zootopia, we went to Golden Corral, which I am not a fan of buffets. I hate buffets, but that's what my niece wanted for her birthday. So we went to go get food. And then after that, we played this claw machine that was in the Golden Corral, like when you leave. And I actually won a set of 3 prizes. When there was an extra coin in the machine, I guess somebody didn't realize they didn't drop it in there. So there's an extra coin, so I missed on the first try. The second time, I got 3 prizes all at once. It was really freaking cool. So me, my sister, and my niece all got like these little purse pal thingies. It was really fun. And then after that, I brought my niece over to my place so she could see my dog, because she loves my dog, but I work a lot, so she's really not able to come over as much as what she was accustomed to. So she had to come hang out with the dog for a little bit. And then after that, we ran them home, and then we came home and we just sit around and relaxed. I was fighting for my life not to fall asleep literally all afternoon, evening, because we got home, I want to say around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I was literally fighting sleep. And I got ready for bed like super early, and I go to lay down and I can't sleep. Like, are you freaking kidding me? I've been exhausted all day. I've been trying not to fall asleep for hours. And now that I want to go to sleep, I can't go to sleep. Okay, that's cool. All right, that's fine. So I just had an amazing, amazing weekend. It was absolutely incredible. And she's 10 now, and I can't believe she's 10 years old. That's absolutely crazy to me. She's 10. I remember when she was like a fresh baby, and she's 10. Like, there's no way. There's no way the 10 years have gone by just like that. But she's a great girl. She's super, super smart. She's kind of a sassafras. I'm not going to lie. She's a super sassafras. But she's really smart. She's really sweet. She's really, really funny. She says some off-the-wall stuff, y'all. Sometimes the stuff that comes out of her mouth, I'm like, okay, that came out of left field. But like in a really funny way, not in like a mean or disrespectful way. I think I messed this up. We need 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, I messed this up. That's okay. We'll go back and fix it. See what I mean about not being able to see? I can't see nothing. But that's okay. We'll fix it. So, yeah. So we had an amazing time. I loved getting to meet the cows. It was absolutely incredible. Seeing Zootopia 2 was awesome because it was so good. I'm honestly super impressed because I feel like Disney hasn't released a movie that good in a really long time. So I am super impressed. See, I feel like I still messed it up. What did I mess up on? See, this is what I'm talking about. I can't see, and usually this is no problem. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There it is. Let's try this again. But if you haven't seen it yet, cannot recommend it enough. Hold on, I gotta focus because I can't really see. There we go. Okay. Diesel beads. All right. So we have to get the bins up, which I already did. We have to bring them in tomorrow. Briar needs her bath this week. And then, hold on 1 second. Sorry, Thirsty needed a drink. Anyway. Okay. So if you don't know, I get my laundry done through a laundry service because it's a lot easier than having to deal with it literally any other way because I have no laundry in my apartment. So sorry, I'm thinking and trying to write at the same time, and there are people that can do this, and I am not one of them. Because I'm focused. Okay, that's all the cleaning task I need to get done. Fill my meds. So I have this little medicine container on my dresser. So I remember taking my morning meds and PM meds. And essentially it's divided to where it's the whole day, but then you have your AM meds in one side, PM meds in another. Because with my ADHD, sometimes I forget if I took my medication. So I could either not take it at all or double take it. So it really helps me stay on track with my medicine. And when I check plugins, so I have those air freshener plug-in things, but I always forget to check them. So I try to check them at least once a week to make sure that they're not running out and they're not causing, you know, any issues. So. All right. So that's gonna be our weekly tasks. Now we're gonna see how this looks once I write in the labels. So let's see. I don't like that at all, but too late now. Too late now. You know, I can't see nothing. Which is evident by the fact I had to redo the dots like 3 different times. Okay. So, hold on. That was Briar Bear. She was letting me know that me talking scared her and woke her up. So, she's awake. She was in my room taking a wee nap. There's 25. Hold on 1 second. I have a surprise on my monthly for somebody that watches my videos, so I can't show my monthly. So hold on. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. My Wi-Fi is due on the 12th, and I already paid it. And that's all I have due. So then I have a payday here. It's my only payday this week. I'm sorry if my handwriting is really crappy. I literally cannot see unless I'm like super close to it, and I'm obviously like far enough away to where I can try to like film this. So I can't see anything that's going on, and it's honestly really frustrating. So we're gonna do one more thing down the center because I'm trying it this way just for this month to see how I like it. So we have our dinner record here, which is gonna be different than how I use my weekly right now. And we have water, and then we're gonna have our top 3 to-dos, which again, I need to be able to see. And then, crap. Okay, let's try this again. So hold on, I'm gonna have to get kind of close, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, okay. So let's go through and do that. I have never had a problem this bad seeing the grids or seeing in the lines, and it's really, really upsetting. And then the top line is like a highlight of the day. So let's just do it this way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Shoot. Fiddlesticks. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I just have to go in and write dinner and water. So just focusing. And I know my handwriting's not going to be that good, but I can't see to make it nice. So it is going to be what it is. I don't know how going back and expressing my dislike for these new prescription is going to go. We're going to see. Hopefully it's not going to cost me any more money, but they're the ones that have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so we'll see how it goes. I like the color of my new glasses. They're a lot darker than what I'm typically used to. It's like a darker maroon berry color than my typical lens, but than my typical frames, but I like them so far. Okay, so, and I don't like how far off that dot is. Okay, that's better. All right, zoom you out. Can you do? Nope, that's way too far in. Okay. Okay, so this is my finished weekly. Can you see? Okay, that should be good enough. Okay, so this is my finished weekly. I'm really liking the orange with the tape. I feel like I might have needed to include more blue-gray colors, but I feel like there's a lot of blue-gray in the washi tape. So if I were to do a blue-gray, I would like wash it out. But I also feel like the orange might be a bit too bright. But that's okay. Not every spread has to be your favorite. Not every spread has to be the best. But this is what we're working with for this week, and we're going to roll with it till next week. All right, so that is that. Yeah, so I love you guys so much. I'm so incredibly proud of you. You're doing amazing. Have a great, fantastic day. I love you so much. Bye, everybody.